Okay, let's unpack this. You've shared some early looks at these highly anticipated Chinese dramas for 2025.
Yeah, focusing on that top 10 list from the source material we looked at.
Right. Okay, so let's start with number 10, The Princess's Gambit.
Okay, so the source describes this one as a princess fallen from grace. And she's pushed into a political marriage with this, notoriously corrupt prime minister.
Ooh, okay.
Ziyi is the princess. Looks like a June 20th release.
Interesting. So the source really hooks onto that duality, that hidden agenda. Okay, now moving to number 9. This one sounds really unique. A dream within a dream.
Yeah, this one's got a wild premise.
What does the source highlight here? Finding yourself inside a script as the heroine who's supposed to be, abused and killed by the villain.
Right. The source presents it as this literal battle of fate versus free will. The main character, Song Xiaoyu, she desperately tries to escape the plot.
But she can't.
Well, the script itself, Li Yitong and Lu Yuning are the leads here. Tentatively, end of June.
So the source sees the core struggle as bigger than just the leads. It's like everyone against their destiny.
Exactly. Can anyone actually fight the role they've been given? That's the question the source seems to think drives this one, that literal script idea.
A battle for survival and identity against the narrative itself.
Okay.
Intense. Let's look at number 8. Flourished Peony Season 2. Tang Dynasty setting.
Yep. Follows He Wei Fang, a merchant's daughter. And she has this really specific skill cultivating rare peonies. Okay, number 7 is The Glory.
Right. This one, according to the source, starts with Zhuang Hanyan. She was abandoned, raised in the countryside, and now she's back with her family in the capital.
Okay, familiar setup, outsider trying to fit in.
Sort of. And the source highlights her relationship with the deputy minister, Fu Yunxi. He notices her, apparently sees her as an ideal wife, but there's a catch.
Always a catch.
He seems to have some kind of mysterious illness.
Adds a layer of intrigue. So does it work out?
The source says they fall in love as they kind of navigate this situation. And it's also about her finding her place, reconnecting with her mother, finding warmth with his family, the Fu family.
So less epic battles, more personal journey, family, love, maybe overcoming this illness mystery.
Seems that way. A blend of family drama, romance, maybe that touch of mystery. The leads are Chen Duling and Xin Yunlai, release date March 18th, 2025.
Okay. Number 6, Love in Pavilion.
This one sounds like it's back to larger conflicts. It focuses on 2 leaders, Dongfeng Huaizu and Wang Hongye, heads of major families.
Got it. And the setting.
The source mentions human-demon conflict, so fantasy setting. These 2 leaders, they have to work together.
To achieve what?
Stabilize things, basically, and revive something called the Unity Alliance. Leads are Lu Shishi and Zheng Yanlong. Release date, April 28th, 2025.
All right, halfway through. Number 5, Youthful Glory.
This one dives right into political stuff, according to the source. Starts with King Jiangxu investigating embezzlement, military pay.
Ooh, corruption investigation. Always messy.
And the source says it's very messy. Not just a simple case, it's tied into the whole dynasty's economy. Deep connections, high stakes.
So he's digging deep. What else?
Here's a twist the source notes. To protect a General Ming Tan and her family, Jiang Shu volunteers to marry her.
An arranged marriage for political protection.
Seems like it, a strategic move, but irony incoming. His investigation, because it's so thorough and uncovers so much corruption, ends up getting the Ming family framed and ruined.
Wow. So his attempt to protect them backfires because of his own investigation? That's harsh.
Yeah, really highlights the potential cost of fighting corruption in a powerful system.
Yeah.
The source lists Song Wei Long and Bao Shang-en as the leads. Release, May 19th, 2025. Sounds intense.
Definitely. Okay, number 4. Legend of Zhang Hai.
This one sounds like a classic revenge story at first glance. Zhang Hai's father, the imperial astronomer, was murdered. He saw his family die.
Right. Sets up a clear motivation.
But what's interesting in the source's description is his approach. He doesn't just charge in, he withdraws. For 10 years.
10 years. What's he doing?
Training. Leads are Xiao Zan and Zhang Jingyi. Release, May 18th, 2025. Sounds like a patient, twisty revenge tale.
Very cool setup. All right, top 3. Number 3, Love Never Fails.
This sounds like full-blown fantasy romance. Is Yangxia, maybe? We've got Jin Zhiyu, king of the Central Heavens.
A god, basically.
Pretty much. And Han Ning's, who's a camellia demon. He's helping her try to become immortal.
Okay, God helps demon achieve immortality. Where's the conflict?
Well, she falls for him, confesses her love, wants to be his queen, but...
Let me guess. Gods and demons can't be together.
Bingo. That's the advice they get. So she keeps trying for immortality, maybe hoping it'll change things.
And does it?
She achieves it, but then, heartbreak, the source says she discovers Jinju is marrying someone else.
Ouch. After all that effort.
Yeah, so she makes a drastic choice, gives up her immortality, opts for reincarnation to forget him, basically.
But the title is Love Never Fails.
Right. So the source emphasizes Jinji isn't having it. He defies fate, ensures she gets reborn, protects her through her new life. They're destined to meet again. Trials, destiny across lifetimes.
Grand scale stuff.
Yeah.
Very epic romance.
Totally. Leads are Lu Shu Yi and Hu Yixuan. Release, April 28th, 2025.
Okay, number 2, The Demon Hunter's Romance.
Interesting setting here. Guamping City, humans and demons coexist.
Side by side.
Our protagonist is Ban Xia. Wealthy girl, but she has this ability she can see demons' true forms.
Whoa. Useful.
Leads are Ren Jialun and Song Zhu are release, April 12th, 2025. Sounds like a fun mix of genres.
We've reached the top spot. Number 1 on this list, Feud, or it's also known as Lament of the River Immortal. The title itself kind of hints at something maybe a bit tragic, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, Lament definitely suggests some heavy emotions. What's the story?
It starts almost like a fairy tale. You have Li Qingyu, who's this really powerful immortal, lots of abilities, and Bai Jusi, a very revered master. They're drawn together.
Sounds like a classic setup for an epic romance in like a Xiangxia setting.
Exactly. But, well, something goes wrong. A big misunderstanding happens.
Yeah.
It leads to this really heartbreaking conflict, and they both end up dying.
Whoa, okay, so not a fairy tale ending then, at first, anyway.
Not at first, but the story gives them a second chance. They're sort of resurrected, given another opportunity.
A second chance to fix things. That's interesting. What do they do?
They use it to mend their relationship, obviously,
Yeah.
but also to team up. They become allies against some new threat that's harming innocent people. So it's about redemption and unity, maybe.
Learning from the past, I like that. Actors?
This one stars Bai Lu and Joseph Tseng. And like Shadow Love, where it'll be airing very soon. All these different types of stories, the revenge tales, the fantasy worlds, the political maneuvering, the intense romances, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? What does this particular mix say about what audiences are looking for right now?
That's a good question. Is there like a dominant theme? Like maybe overcoming massive obstacles or characters with hidden depth seems to pop up a lot? Or is it just that these elements, conflict, romance, mystery, high stakes, are just universally compelling ingredients for drama, no matter the specifics?
Yeah, exactly. Is it tapping into something specific culturally, or just hitting those universal storytelling beats really well? Something interesting to think about as you decide which, if any, of these might make your own watch list.